Hey guys, what's up? I'm Than from Advanced Reef, and I thought I'd give everyone a quick update on Paul's tank. It's been a while, but until now there really wasn't a whole lot new to talk about. First off, if you've been following the videos on this tank, the plan was to grow a blanket of zoanthids on the bottom. So far it's not working out quite so well because of this guy right here. This Harlequin tusk is a punk. He loves to pick up pretty much anything that's not super heavy and throw it around the tank. Every day there's pieces of coral that are in a new location, and lately his favorite thing to do is to grab up all the pieces of zoanthids and put them into one big pile. Paul's resorted to gluing the plugs down, but even then the fish is able to dislodge them. What can I say? It's a bit of a work in progress with the bare bottom right now. Moving on, Paul got a few new SPS into this 240-gallon tank, and some of it took off right away, while others struggled a bit. He thinks the problem is with the coverage of the light, so after a lot of thought on the matter, he decided to change from the 5 Aquaillumination Vegas to an ATI Power Module, which is a combination of T5 fluorescent bulbs and LEDs. At my greenhouse at Tidal Gardens, I run some tanks under Vegas and the corals did well, but then again, the corals were likely getting a healthy dose of sunlight to supplement those LEDs. Now T5 and metal halide bulbs have a much more robust spectrum than the LEDs right now, and I've noticed that corals tend to color up more vibrantly under them. The big downside, of course, is the cost of electricity and bulb replacements compared to LED. The nice thing about the ATI Power Module is that it combines the favorable aspects of T5 lighting with the control and aesthetic qualities of LEDs. After all, nothing shows off corals quite like blue and royal blue LEDs at night. Okay, let's take a closer look at this fixture. The model that Paul decided on was the 60-inch Power Module with 8 T5 bulbs. Right away, I was blown away by its build quality. It's a rugged aluminum fixture with a tremendous fit and finish. There are 4 LED modules along the center of the unit. It's deceptive, but each of the 4 LED modules is 75 watts. That is more power than an Aquaillumination Sol fixture. Everything about the Power Module screams overbuilt and over-engineered, which is something that I appreciate in a high-end product. Take this acrylic shield for example. It's a 1/4 inch thick. Another example, cooling. No fewer than 8 fans on top of the unit cool the lights. The most impressive thing for me, however, is this: 1 cord. There's 8 T5 bulbs, 4 LED modules, 8 fans, and data lines for all this technology, and there's a single cord leaving the unit to the control module. I can't stand the inevitable snake pit of wires that always seem to accumulate with a reef tank, and I applaud any company that tries to minimize that problem, especially with a product as complex as this. Here's what it looks like over the tank. Don't be fooled that it looks dimmer than the lights it replaced. I had to fiddle a bit with my camera settings to get the exposure just right. The new lighting setup is actually a whole lot brighter. Paul measured the PAR a couple days later, and it registers at about 1000 PAR at the top of the tank and 500 at the bottom. In my opinion, that is way too bright, but the settings are still being tweaked. The nice thing about the ATI is that it can be controlled by a computer, and the software is really quite nice. The Aquarist has a great deal of control over the lights. The only thing that this one cannot do is dim the T5 fluorescents. The shorter power modules can dim the fluorescents in 10 steps, in addition to full control of the LEDs for nearly seamless dawn-dusk lighting effects. So yeah, that does it for this quick update. It will be interesting to see if the corals do better under these new lights. Thanks again for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you all later.